All right, and we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Gods versus Eldritch Horrors. Yes, let's hope we don't have connection issues today, and we can and this live stream runs smoothly. I don't want to jinx it. Knocking on wood 3 times. All right. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time tonight or haven't watched this campaign before, we have a lot of new subscribers to this channel. If you subscribe to this channel, thank you very much. You're awesome, and you're always going to roll nat 20s. And if you're following Gods versus Eldritch Horrors, the premise of this campaign is that the gods tremble in the multiverse of D&D, while the realm pulses with hunger. And someone in Teros, apparently, and Teros is this nice paradise resort-like land where the gods go to let it loose, where they don't have to follow the protocols and they can walk among the mortals and so on. Apparently, someone there is doing some extremely unethical things. And these demigods, we have a full party of demigods, and they were there to investigate because the rumors are that demigods are being created in test tubes by this strange, crazy scientist called Lord See-You. Well, if you haven't been following the campaign so far, all of the members of our party are demigods, and all of them have this weird interest, this weird fascination with the far realm, and this had led them into some one trouble after another, I should say, into a lot of trouble, that curiosity of them, and also into a lot of madness, as they seem to be growing more and more insane as the more they learn about the far realm. And their weird curiosity brought them here to this laboratory underground in the underworld of Theros, and our party of divine weirdos, quote unquote, continue their journey tonight through this reality warping gauntlet of eldritch nonsense. And at this time, they are chasing these rumors of artificial godhood being created, and even bumping into a few sphincters along the way. Yes, you heard that word right. And that those sphincters may or may not be doors, but I guess eventually you guys discover that they lead to something. They lead to somewhere else. Although this is true for all sphincters, so I'm not sure how you can verify that. Well, welcome to Lord See-You's Laboratory of Horrors, also known as the Terminal Excrescence, where the walls are made of flesh, the floors are probably lungs, who knows, or maybe they are eyes. And the best exit out of here might be just the end of the digestive tract. We never know. All we know is that our divine disaster artists are here to play another episode of Who Wants to Be a Cosmic Trauma Case, and this. And on that, I guess this week they are diving a little bit deeper into madness and to even perhaps more sphincters, let's hope not, into this biolab, where they are not happy to have to face questionable science and unethical science. But I guess in Teros, this is just another Tuesday. All right, but before I tell you what happened in the last session, let's get to know our protagonists tonight. We have Arlith, our god of holistic knowledge, currently logging this entire ordeal in his journal, memorizing everything he learns in his mind, and probably under a section called "Mistakes Were Made," and he's convinced that science should not smell this bad. But who knows? Arlith, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Well, mistakes were made, apparently, because we've fallen into yet another trap. You'd think, as demigods, we would be a little bit better about this, but no such luck, it would seem, for us.
Yep, that is true. That is true. And we have Ixtihu, our protector. I can't do the whistling thing. Our protector of I tried. Our protector of wild magic sanctuaries. Wild magic? Is this wild magic, Ixtihu? It's more like wild biology now, what you're exploring. I mean, you must be seriously considering just burning this whole place down, purifying with salt water or something like that. Ixtihu, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
This place is disgusting. I will never get the filth out of my feathers. It must be destroyed.
That is true. That is true. That's never coming out of your feathers. That much I can confirm to you already. It's going to be. It's going to be with you forever. They smell as well. They smell that simply doesn't go away. All right. And then we have Minimarco, our god of purity of soul, who is probably offended by nearly everything inside this place. Especially the
Not
concept.
nearly everything. Literally everything.
And especially the concept of manufactured godhood, which doesn't really goes well with Minimarco's principles. And he's, I guess, currently looking to smite the plumbing of this place. Minimarco, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Marco is offended, appalled, and honestly, a little sticky. And he is looking to get rid of at least 2 of those today.
Very good. Very good.
Probably not sticky, honestly.
Yeah, as I confirmed before, they stickiness and they smell. They just, it's yeah, they just stick with you, unfortunately. But I guess it comes with the job description, right? And last but not least, we have Lumpa, our goddess of blade singing wizards, blade singers, that took one look at the sphincter that looked like a door and say, yeah, that's my kind of door. And she was the first one to dive in. She's slicing through membranes. She's slicing through membranes like it's her day job. So Lupa, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Curious, yeah. I can't wait to see some more of this place where we are.
Yes, that.
Also to leave, I will say, but curious for the moment to see what more there is to it.
Interesting. Okay. Very well.
I
Very
mean, everyone kind of just said they just want to leave the place. I'm, trying to, hopefully it's getting better. The smell is not the best, but yeah, let's see.
Okay. Okay. It will get stuck to your hair, unfortunately, I have to say. It never comes out of your hair, no matter how good is your shampoo. All right. So
Great news.
great news indeed. Previously on Gods versus Eldritch Horrors, it began with a secret. Rumors of this Lord CU, a shadowy scientist, hiding in the underworld of Theros, kidnapping demigods that are just going there to have a nice holiday vacation, and suddenly they are kidnapped, and this Lord CU is running experiments on them, harvesting their organs in laboratory. Oh, that does sound like a... I mean, that just sounds like a good holiday, I guess. It sounds like some of those demigods were partying a bit too hard, making too many new friends. And in the name, and it seems that he's doing that in the name of artificial divinity. Apparently, Lord C wants to prove that gods can be made in laboratory. And our heroes have followed the trail of missing gods and shading whispers, and found something far worse. This colossal flash-like sphere hanging from the ceiling of a cave, and they discover this giant, this dripping bile or whatever the hell that viscous liquid is, it's pulsing, and it has sinews that are connecting this structure to the ceilings and the walls of the cave. And it's just hanging there on 200 feet up in the air on top of this biopool. Yes, because of course, this is the place that Lumpa and Arlid wanted to spend their holidays on, and the sphere, they were told, is the lab itself, Lord CU's twisted sanctum, and naturally, and that's a very big stretch of the word naturally. They dove right in, particularly Lumpa, who is the first one, through flash sphincters. Yes, and things that look like a canal, that arterial passageways, are gods infiltrating this abominable structure. There, they face some first guardians that they encounter, this archaic and alien-looking like mind flayers, wielding strange tools and some sort of a strange alien-looking weapons. After defeating the first wave of defenders, of guards of this place, the party descended even deeper through the pupil of a giant eye-looking structure, and they descended into this cylindrical tube on what it seems to be the core of the laboratory. Inside this laboratory they find this floating brains with spines still attached to them that look like aberrations, metal tubes humming with power, and even more alien illitids preparing for battle. And the Lord CU is he one of them? Guys, does anyone even have a description of the guy? You don't even know the guy you're looking for. But it seems that there are a lot of experiments here. They found there's this half or perhaps dead troll hanging from the ceiling, where they've been studying the regenerative properties, I hope, of the trolls, the gods are now about to interrupt this mad science in the most divine way possible, with some divine violence, I guess. But yes, they are here to discover, is Lord CU really building gods in laboratory? Has he made any progress? Has he been successful? And what happens when they go toe-to-toe with this man? I guess I can reassure everybody in this call and in the audience that it will definitely be disgusting. I think that much we can anticipate. So let's begin as we return to the laboratory, where all of you have reached this cold storage place. In the last session, after descending through the cylindrical tube, only to find more of those nice floating aberration-looking creatures, and yes, it seems that that triggered a reaction on them. There are a lot of chambers here where you see subjects in perhaps a state of hibernation inside. You see a couple of those archaic-looking mind flayers there, and let's make this. Let's put here something that gives you an idea of the current tone of this, as they prepare for an incoming fight. As we finished the last session by rolling initiative, and the first one in the order of initiative, Lumpa, what would you like to do?
I wasn't ready for that. Do I remember? I remember something about activating my blade song. Is it still active? Because I think we just went from.
No, it's not active. It's been more than 1 minute for sure.
Alright, so I will do that first as a bonus action. I will do my humming blade song.
Very well.
Right.
So
and
that
then-
will increase, just so our audience understand how broken how broken are the blade singers. Can you what is your AC is going to be after that?
Do I have to manually do it, by the way?
Yes, absolutely you do.
So right now I have a 22. Is that-
Right now you have a 22 AC or you have a 23 AC? I'm seeing a 23 here. Or perhaps I'm
then
outdated.
Maybe there's something wrong with my...
Yeah, perhaps refresh your character sheet.
Right,
I
so
think
if
I
I
was-
have...
Last week.
Oh yeah, it's a 23, sorry. I refreshed. Sorry, someone said something?
Yes, Manny Marco, you asked something.
No, I said I feel like that was the problem last week where it was showing the wrong number too.
Oh yes, but it was fixed. So you should be seeing the new version of your character sheet. All right,
So I
so
gain a +9. A +10.
a plus
Oh, cool.
10. So what is your AC now? From 23 to 33. That's your AC, 33. Fun times.
Wow.
And then what is your
Even
speed
I'm
now?
loud.
Your speed is 65. Oh yes.
Increases by
The,
10
the,
feet.
the previous player that was playing Loompa in the first episodes of this campaign has really buffed and really broken this character beyond beyond anything possible. But I'll get you comfortable with it.
I'm sure you have something hidden up your sleeve all the time.
There might be.
Right.
Your current HP is 136. You're still concentrating on flying. Yes, you very low. On your although it should be it's 206. Never mind.
Yeah, I had
It's 200 206.
Oh,
Yes.
that's it. Okay.
Very well. So, what would you like to do? Blade Song bonus action is on. What do you like to do with your action?
Yes, so I get a +10 to my AC, 10 feet to my speed, and then I have advantage, and then I gain a +10 bonus to any con save. Beautiful. And then so bonus action Blade Song, and then as my action, I will do a still wind strike again, and I guess I will start from that one there, and just go like this, like this, like this, and like this.
Very well.
Right. So still wind strike.
You're saying like this, but I'm not seeing on my end.
Oh, is it not?
No, I didn't see it. Can you show
I
me
have
again?
This thing where I'm. Oh, you weren't looking. You mean?
No, I didn't see. I didn't. Oh, all right.
Yes, you were
All
at
right. Now I
this
saw the ping.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm from that one to the next one to the next one, like this.
All right. Very well.
So I guess 5 of them, right? With still wind strike.
Yes.
And give me 1 second. Where is it? Where are you? There we go. Does 22 hit? Oh my my D&D Beyond was so loud that I literally got scared of the.
That's still wind strike. It does that thunderous sound.
Yeah,
Very well.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Oh god, that's a crit one. Oh no.
And the second one. So the first one you hit, roll damage for the first one. The second one, roll a flat d20 before you continue rolling attacks.
Okay. I already rolled 3, right?
Yeah.
Now a d20. 13.
Very well. You still have your weapon. For the first one, roll damage. For the second one, you completely missed the attack. You were overconfident on that.
A little bit too much. So 31 damage.
Very well.
Third one was a 33, if I remember well.
Yeah,
That
and the
one
third
worked.
one,
And
yes,
the
that hits, yes.
third- All right, with a 43.
All right, that creature, you just severed that structure that looks like a spine that is hanging from the back of this creature. You just severed it, and
Nice.
yes.
Nicely done. Does the dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20, yes, will hit. Yeah,
Okay, with 33 points of damage. And I think I have another one, right?
yes.
Right, one more hit. 28
That hits. Yes.
and 33 points of damage again.
Very well.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And they all seem
I
to
should have been
be
on the fifth one, no?
yes, and
Yeah,
they
there we
all
go.
should be in bad shape. Can you move your token?
Oh, nice. Yes, I can. Thank
All
you.
right. Very well. So with that, I assume that's the end of your turn, Loompa?
Yeah, I'll probably just stay 5 feet away, like this way.
Very well. Planet Arlith. That's for those of you, that's Arlith turned into a Planetar. Planet Arlith. Planet Arlith, what would you like to do?
I will. For now, I'm going to do a holy burst attack. We'll do it right here. It's a 20-foot radius, so I should be able to get these 4.
Very well.
And I can do 2 of those. Let's see, they make a dex saving throws DC 20 and dex 7 D6, or half as much on a failed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to do them both in the same location. So,
Very well.
and 6. I could type. There you go.
Very well.
28 and 22, or half as much.
All right. That's a DC. What is the...
Dex 20.
Very well. What a radiant burst of... what a refreshing sunlight you bring into this room.
This grungy room, yeah.
DC... Sorry, remind me again, DC?
It is a 20. Dex 20.
Dex 20. Very well. And for the total of 28 or half as much. All right. A lot of them got severely hurt. And where's our action song? Where's our action song? There you go. All right, Planet Arlith. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm just gonna move just a smidgen just to position myself more body blocker between my 2 friends on this little pedestal and the
Very well.
guy up north, and then I will end my turn.
Excellent. Planet Arlith, just to remind you, that black dot marker on your token means you've lost 1 point of proficiency. Of proficiency bonus in the last session. You will only recover them once you are... so that means -1 to all your... everything you're proficient. All skills you're proficient, saving throws, and your proficiency bonus and your weapons, whatever your proficiency bonus, which goes into too many things in your character sheet, and unfortunately there's no way to add it, so you gotta do that -1 manually. So yeah, their power reduced that, and reduced that on many Marco as well. Very well. And it's now the turn of one of these creatures, and you are you see the creature's moving its arms and its tentacles from that distance, and it looks at you attacking its little brain buddies, and this archaic-looking mind flayer points that. Well, you don't know what a vacuum cleaner is, but there is no better way to describe what their weapon looks like. It's points like that tube that looks like a vacuum cleaner towards you, and you gotta do a DC 20 intelligence saving throw to avoid 44 points of psychic damage, and a -1, another -1 to your proficiency bonus. If your proficiency bonus get down to 0, you're dead. Well, you're not dead, but it's pretty much so, because yeah, you can't form any thoughts, you can speak, have disadvantage on everything. Yeah, it's just a.
You might as well be.
So yeah, so you failed that, so you take a -1. So Marco, you wanted -2, right? And from last session.
All right. Sounds all right.
And the Planetarleth, you are now joining him at -2. And very well. And you take 44 points of psychic damage from that attack.
Ouchie.
Very well. And that is one of the creature's things. The other one, the creature brings forward. You started to see that the flash on the ground starts to move, and suddenly this dark mist starts to appear, and well, you suddenly see something tentacle looking like, yes, because you didn't have enough of that, starts to come out from the ground, and suddenly this entire area around you is covered in tentacles. And those tentacles coming from the ground start to grow, and they attempt to grapple you. Fun times. And and you gotta do everybody on that platform, you gotta do a Dex 20 saving throw, or you are restrained by the non-consensual tentacles.
I think with buffs. With the buff.
Yeah, I think with buffs I make that, right? I think I get at least 4 for the buffs I have.
Yeah. Yes, I think everybody passed, and
Because that would be 14 without my proficiency.
yes.
And we get at least 6. So. Or we
Very
get
well.
Exactly 6, I guess, from our.
Yes, everybody passed. Everybody passed. Yes, you have +4, or you have +6. But then you have to account for the -2 in your proficiency. So that gives you exactly 20. So if that, everybody passed. Very well. You're not all of you have been, not all of you have been attacked by this tentacle. So far, you've managed to dodge. These giant tentacles came out from the ground. And with that, that's the end of that creature's turn. And wait, that's the wrong creature. Gonna put it in concentration on. Really well. And with that, here comes those little flying brain little things. And one of them is gonna fly to Planetarleth. And they're gonna do what they're good at doing. They're going to whip you with that spine-looking part of their body. And it's a 24 to hit you.
I believe, yes, that hits.
Very well. You take 8 points of psychic damage. Then you are grappled by this creature's spine-looking thing. And this creature is invisible to you until the end of the next turn. Of its next turn, not your next turn. Alright, so what do you need to know? While grappled by this creature, the creature has total cover from attacks against it. It just uses you as a shield. It just floats around and hides behind you. When you finish your next turn, you've got right now you got to do a DC 20 strength saving throw for me, please. Very well. With the bonuses you've passed. While grappled to you, this creature you've noticed start to try and there's no way of describing this. Go under your skin. It starts to try and penetrate your body right there on your nape. So you feel the sting of its spine-looking structure that looks like a tail floating out of the brain of this creature. Let me put the image of this creature here so you can see. And these creatures start to try and enter your body. And you can feel the piercing through your skin as it's trying to putting its spine to run down over your like above your spine, like creating a second spine on your body. So yes, it's as painful as the description was, and you can try and get rid of it. But if you're captured by it, there is a bunch of other consequences, as you can probably anticipate, as this is a brain-looking creature with a spine on it. So yeah, and it starts to try and run its own spine on top of your existing spine. And that's the end of its turn. Here comes the next one, and this one's gonna go to Money Markle and it's gonna do the same thing. Money Markle, here comes the attack. Yes. 22. No, that's first an attack. 22 to hit. No strength check. Not yet. Does a 22 hits you? Very well. So so now it's a strength check. You take 13 points of psychic damage. Just like it happened to Planet Ardeth, you are grappled. This creature is invisible to you. He has total cover from anyone else in the room. And while you're grappled, this creature is trying to... I
thought I passed.
You did, but the creature is still grappled to you. So you've passed.
Okay.
It means you resisted to the creature attempt to inject its own spine under your skin and kind of override your spine with its own spine. But it will continue to do that until you get rid of the grapple. So with that, it's now the turn of the next little guy, the next mind flayer looking guy, and this one is going to cross the room here and is going to attack Lumpa. Lumpa, as you were attacking his buddies. Lumpa, you gotta do a DC 20 intelligence saving throw as this creature points its gun towards you, and that's to avoid 44 points of psychic damage. Very well. So you take 22 points of psychic damage and you don't lose any proficiency bonus from this attack. Do you have resistance to psychic, Lumpa?
Oh, do I?
I'm
Let me
asking.
check. Let me check, please, real quick. I have not had the chance to.
I feel like you would, as the mother of... we're not trying to rip off here, but what was the Weavers and the Twisteds. But yes, the dark side and the light side. Mother of the Force.
Where do I? Oh, wow. There's way too many things that I'm used to with it that I cannot find my resistances. Where are they?
Top right of your character sheet, where you have
Yeah.
defenses, you will see there your resistances and immunities. And yes, you have resistance to lightning, psychic, radiant, cold, and necrotic. Wow.
Oh, so I get nothing.
The resistance means it's cut in half the damage, so you take 11
11.
instead of 22. Yes.
So I'm gonna
And you
add
also have
back
immunity
11.
to a bunch of conditions because of your demigod status. You may want to take a look at that.
Oh, I can see them now. Right. Thank you for that.
Very well.
Okay. Got it.
And with that, you gotta roll a concentration check for me. Oh yes, Planet Arlith, you gotta do the same. I forgot to ask for your concentration check.
Sorry, is that just like a normal? It's not a
Yes,
saving
con
throw,
save.
right?
Yeah, it's a con saving throw. But you are in Blade Song, so you have advantage, Lumpa.
A 25, does it
Yeah,
do?
that's enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I did. I rolled an 18, and with the buffs, it would have been over the
oh yes, very well.
the half damage.
Very well. And with that, but it's half of the it's half of the yeah, it would be above 22, you're right. So with that, this creature is going to attack you again, Lumpa. And you gotta roll another intelligence saving throw, and this time is to avoid 56 points of psychic damage.
Wow. Moving up.
Very well. So you pass, you take half of that, and that's so you're gonna take a 28, 14 with your resistance, 14 points. So you should be at 159, and that's the end of that creature's turn. Bunny Marco, what would you like to do?
I have 181. Why do you have 159?
You took
Man,
four.
attempt to
You took 14 and 11, so you
unravel
took
myself.
25. Yes.
And I had 206, no?
Yes. So 181. Okay. I
Yeah.
press a button and one too many buttons here.
I think you were pressing at the same time I was
Yeah.
pressing. And
Okay.
might have removed more than
Okay, I'm
needed.
update. Let's do like this. I update in the token, you update in the character sheet. Okay. So we
Alright,
don't update on the same place. Very well. Mini Marco, you were saying?
Yeah, I'd like to remove the thing on my back.
Very well. How do you want to do that? Because you can't see the creature. But you can feel
it
you,
there,
you
right?
yes, you can feel what it's doing to your back.
Can I just reach back?
And
crush, pull?
try to rip it off. Yeah, try and pull it off. All right. It's slightly under your skin already. Very well. The grapple check is a DC 20 athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. Depends if you're pulling off is an athletics. You're not trying to dance your way out of it.
28 plus.
Very well.
bonuses.
You've managed to you ungrappled for this creature, you pull it off of your body, and you can feel the size of the hole that was there. You're no longer grappled, but the creature is still invisible to you.
So, do I like have hold of this creature now?
Do you have what?
Or is it, do I have like hold of it since I ripped it off? Is it still in my hand?
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes.
That I would like to attempt to crush it.
How?
Feed my hand, just like.
Oh no, the creature is a medium creature.
Oh, it's a bit. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was like brain size.
It is. It is brain size. It's medium for D&D for the purpose of mechanics.
Medium for CD rules.
Yeah.
In that case,
It is-
I would like to throw it on the floor and hit it with my weapon.
No, sorry, it's not medium. It's small. Small creature.
Oh, it is
Not
small?
sure why. Okay, let
I
me.
should be able to crush it with my bare hand. Yeah.
Can you smash a goblin with your with your bare hands? Still,
Theoretically.
there you go. That should do more justice to their size. Can you smash a goblin with your bare hands?
Maybe? I don't know. I have a lot of strength. I don't know how much strength.
You
required
can't.
to start, like,
You can't.
bare
It's not a
handing
bug.
people's skulls.
It's small, but it's not a bug. Still the size of your brain. It's like you're trying to crush a medium creature's skull with it.
I mean, if it was like squishy like a brain, yeah, you could totally crush it with your bare hands. But if it's like, actually any kind of sturdy.
Yeah,
So
right
that's
now
what
you are
I'm going
holding
to
its
take.
spine. You are holding the tail of the creature. So just tell me, how do you want to do it?
Oh, can I do the Hulk thing when he grabs him and he just starts smashing him over his head on both sides onto the floor?
Sure.
I mean, not
But you are
just this
flying
big
5 feet
green
above in
guy.
the air.
Oh, I thought I was back on the floor.
Oh, you're back on the floor? Very well.
Yeah. I thought that it ran out before we jumped to the thing.
Okay. Very well. Go ahead and do an unarmed strike. Also, roll a dex save because there's a bunch of tentacles trying to wrap you around.
31.
Very well.
Okay,
Yes. You dodge the tentacles, and now you're gonna smack this creature onto the ground, Hulk style. Go ahead.
Can I smite while doing that?
No, really, no.
No,
You have to apply
no,
smite to a
using-
weapon.
So it does not count if I'm using it as the weapon.
It's
Okay.
not a weapon. It doesn't classify as a weapon.
Nope, I'm just teaching it about gravity, you know?
Very well. Unarmed strike.
That's a natural one.
Oh,
Floor.
you try to hit this creature on the floor, but it's very slippery and slips out of your hand, and now you can't see it.
Okay. In that case, I will use my bonus action to cast shield.
Guess
Shield
to
of
cast
Faith.
what? Shield of Faith. Very well.
Yeah.
So your AC is 21 now.
Yep.
Excellent.
Then I have my turn. I can't do anything else. That.
Very well. And with that, we have another one of these creatures that will fly towards Planet Arleth. Oh, and let me put this one a proper size, Planet Arleth. And this one's going to take advantage of the fact that you're already grappled by the other one, and it's going to attack you with advantage, Planet Arleth, as it wants a piece of you as well. And that's a 24 to hit you for 18 points of psychic damage, and now you're grappled by two creatures. And the same effects, the creature is invisible to you, concealed from everybody else, and or it has total cover from everybody else, and you're gonna roll a strength save, DC 20, to avoid this creature replacing your spine with its own. Very well, you passed and you resisted so far. And that's the end of that creature's turn. XTU! XTU! What would you like to do? I can't do it.
Right, so
I don't know how you do it. It's amazing. Roll a dex save for me, DC 20.
oh right, dex save. Boop. That is a nat 1, but he is going to use the Spindle of Fate to change that.
All right.
Gonna spend 3 charges,
Very well.
and is that
Just
an
give me-
automatic pass?
Let me.
or do
I just have to check. I
reroll?
just have to check one thing. If it is a reroll, if it gives you a reroll, then you can change that. If it gives you a modifier, it won't change that, because when you roll a nat 1 or a nat 20, you ignore modifiers. So as an action, you can spend 2 charges to target a creature within Twist of Fate. When a creature within 60 feet of you makes a saving throw or attack roll, you can use your reaction to spend 3 charges and alter the outcome, turning a failed saving throw to a successful one. A missed
Oh,
attack
that's a
roll,
reaction. Okay, never
yes, a missed attack roll into a hit or vice versa. The wand regains 1d6. Okay, very well. So that is, well, that counts as a reroll. So you want to turn this into a successful saving throw. Very well. You're not grappled.
That's a.
We still have a
Oh,
reaction.
no, that's. All right, so that counts as an action, though. That's not a reaction, right?
This is a reaction. You can use your reaction to activate this item.
Yeah, instead of doing that, I'm gonna not do that and just take the 1, so he is grappled.
Okay. So no, you're not grappled. You're restrained by the tentacles. Mid-air.
Okay, all right.
Very well.
So
And
they're
you
just,
take
like,
some.
holding- but
And you take some hug damage. Let me some squeezing damage. Let me add your. Very well. Yeah. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Roll really low. And you are restrained. Sorry, one more. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, wait. Was there something else?
No, you can do a strength save at the end of your turns to try and get rid of it. DC 20.
Okay.
But for the time being, you're restrained.
And you said that the creatures that are grappling Planet Tarlith and Manamarco they're just invisible to ones that
To
they
them.
attacked?
They're
or
invisible- they're-
invisible to everybody.
Yes, there was. So there is nothing grappling Minimarco anymore. There are 2 of those creatures grappling Planet Arlith, but they have total cover from everybody else while they're doing that, because they pretty much using Planet Arlith as a shield, as a flash shield.
All right, so there's no way that I can like target them.
You
and
can't
attack
target them. No,
Okay.
unless it's an AOE. You can't target them without targeting Planet Arlith.
And the one that was attacked, that had previously grappled Manamarco, is, you said that's still invisible to Manamarco. Is it invisible to everybody else?
It's not invisible to everybody else. It's standing right there, floating in front of you. But Minimarco can't see it for now.
Okay. As a bonus action, Ixiu is going to use Moonlit Step to teleport over to here
Very well.
and attack the nearest Mind Flayer with his
You-
glaive.
Very well. You teleport, so you're no longer restrained.
And because of Moonlit Step, he makes that with advantage.
Excellent.
I am
22 will hit,
22
yes.
hit?
Yes.
alright. Just roll that damage. And in case he has any kind of resistance to slashing damage, it's ignored because of overwhelming offense.
Very well. And believe it or not, even with the 11 damage, he managed to lose concentration. And the tentacles disappeared.
And he also takes 2 force damage.
Excellent.
And I think there's something else, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, no, sorry, that is not 2 force damage, that was... It is 5 force damage, not 2.
All right.
Okay. And with that, he's going to...
He's still flying, right?
Yes, yes.
Very well.
He's going to blink step over to here. No, over to here.
Your previous step was not a bonus action, was it?
My previous teleport was a bonus action. Blink step is not a bonus action. It is
Excellent.
not an action.
All right.
It's
So
just something that I can do automatically anytime I make an attack or magic action.
excellent. Just to contextualize for audience. And with that, I assume that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Very well. I appreciate the fact that you brought him closer to the enemy that is next in turn, because that makes it easier for the enemy to attack him. And here comes. Oh, but that's a 9. That creature misses you, and will attack with one of his little claws, because that's the one Lumpa severed the spine. That is the spine-looking tail. All right, does a 17 hit you?
Yes, I think. Unless I've got something that gives me any kind of bonus, because my AC is 17.
Not to AC. So you take 9 points of slashing, 7 of psychic for a total of 16. Do you have resistance to psychic?
I do have psychic resistance.
Okay, so take 13 instead. And with that, we have another one on the other side of the room, and this one's coming towards Money Markle. And Money Markle, here comes another of those tail-looking strikes, and that's a 14 will miss you. And then the claw attack, which a 13 and misses you. Very well. Next one, in front of XTHU. Oh, XTHU, you didn't have to. That's so nice. Now I don't need to move the token across the room. There's a 20. That's a 22 to hit you.
Okay, that's
For
definitely gonna hit.
16 points of psychic damage. You take 8. And you are now grappled. And the creature that is in front of you, not the one that is behind, is grappling you. It's invisible to you. And you now need to roll a strength save, DC 20, or it's going to start to replace the function of your spine with its own spine.
As a reaction, I'm going to cast Krail's Rupture. He's just as the thing grabs him, he with one finger he makes a little slashing motion, and he just sort of melts through it physically. And he's casting that at 5th level, which... Oh.
Krail's Rupture. Very well.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's a druid casting a necromancy spell. He makes a slicing motion with his finger, and he immediately breaks the grapple of the creature grappling him. Costs him a reaction, and yes, he magically exit the grappled by melting across it, going to the other side. Oh wow! You must. The creature must do a con saving throw. DC. What is the DC? DC 23. For you?
Yeah.
All right. Or it's going to take 39 points of necrotic damage. Oh, and it failed. And that creature died for trying and grappling you.
Yep.
And it falls to the ground. And here's something interesting that happened when it falls to the ground. The ground involved just sucks this creature in and absorbs it. And it seems that the ground is somewhat alive as well. Those are live cells on the ground. That's not dead flesh. It's not just decoration. And now we have the one in front of Lumpa that is going to attack her. Gotta be a nat 20 to hit you. No, 19 is not gonna hit you. And a nat 20 on the claws. Very well.
Wait. Can I do something? Did you actually?
He rolled a nat 20. Do you want me to screenshot? I'll screenshot and send to you.
No, I don't need you to screenshot. I believe you, but I would want to use maybe like a reaction or something.
Yeah, you can always use your reaction or something. Which reaction you would like to use?
Oh, I can't really, can I?
Why not?
How can I make him re-roll? I can't.
Well, we have several reactions.
I have divine negation.
So for those in the audience, we have to be a little bit patient with Lumpa because she's just returning to the game and playing a demigod after a hiatus, and and she forgot where things are in her character sheet. Lumpa, go into the reaction tab, and you have several options there. You have telekinetic reprisal, you have absorb elements, shield, silvery barbs. You have
Silvery barb, thank you.
you have
That's the
divine intervention, divine negation, divine resistance, energy redirection, telekinetic reprisal, mythic trait, song of defense. So I need to know which one you want to use. Is it shield?
Silvery barbs.
Silvery
No, 'cause
barbs.
if I put the shield,
It's not gonna do anything.
20.
Very well.
Exactly.
Very well. With silvery barbs, this creature now rolls a 7. It doesn't hit you. To who you want to give your advantage from silvery barbs?
Who needs it most?
And don't forget to cast it, huh?
I did.
No, it isn't. It didn't. No, I don't. I didn't see it appearing.
Oh, sorry, I spent my spell slot without casting. Oh, and now it's spent another
2.
slot.
So
Okay,
get one.
can't
Get
do-
one back.
sorry.
Very well.
All right. Who wants it? Who wants the advantage?
Anyone wants advantage? Planet Tarleth could use some advantage.
I'll take it. I feel like I'm about
Let's
to get
go.
a couple more boys on me.
Yeah.
Very well.
All right. Goes to you.
And with that, that's the end of that creature's turn. And here comes another one. And you were right, Planet Tarleth. There's another one coming towards you. And here comes another strike, and it has advantage. And is a 19 hit you? It does. That's exactly your AC, right? For 11 points of psychic damage. You know what to do. Strength save DC 20. You now have 3 of those creatures trying to get your body. I mean, they must like Celestials. Very well. But they're not so far they didn't manage to inject themselves inside your body and hijack your body for them. And there's another one that will fly to Marco. And Marco, that's a nat 20. Very well. Marco, you take it. Do you have resistance to psychic? No.
I really should have taken resistance to psychic. I took resistance to like radiant and product, which I've yet to be hit with.
Well, if you're fighting Planet Tarlet, that was going to be very useful. You take 13. You have 25 points of psychic damage. This Mind Flayer is invisible to you. You are grappled, and the creature is concealed for everybody else. And well, you've been through this before. Roll a strength save for us.
That I can do. $31.
Very well. And Marco, you are grappled, but your brain and your spine are still your brain and your spine. So yes, these creatures, as you can see, the problem with these creatures is that they're not strong. However, if they manage to get inside your body, they may replace the function of your spine and of your brain. And that can be problematic even for a god. Fun little creatures. These are not powers you encounter every day out there in the world. No. These are things you only encounter in the laboratory. Before we start the next round, I have to say, remember that troll that was dead and hanging from the ceiling on the north of this room? He comes back to life, and you just hear... Stop doing that! What is this? Is this going through? Oh my god, that hook is going right through my spine! Ah, that hurts! That hurts! And you see the troll complaining there on the north wall. As his amazing regeneration is bringing him back to life. But he's still hanging from the ceiling. And
Can you die a little more quietly, bro? We're having a battle over here.
you get inspiration for that. And Loompa, what would you like to do?
I've got a quick question.
Yeah.
Can I, in my polymorph, is my legendary status, is that like a meta effect, or does that only apply while I'm not polymorph?
No, that applies when you are polymorph. Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll just do my 2 holy bursts. Doesn't really matter where I do them. I can hit pretty much everything now.
Very well.
Let's see if I can broadcast. And hold on. I know I can aim this right there. That'll do it. That'll get quite a few people.
Very well.
So let me pull my thing up. And one more time. So everybody except the ones on Loompa next to you.
Very well. So all those little guys around you, they get a roll. They get a roll for the Holy Burst. Very well.
Yes. And these two are within as well.
Excellent.
Radius.
And oh, so many of them died. All of the ones that are close to you and Money Markle fall to the ground dead. And they all hit the ground. And the same that happens to the other one happens to them. The ground swallows them. And they're all gone.
Okay.
So that's how you. That's a very good power to kill mosquitoes as well, and all sorts of bugs if you're fighting a swarm, right? Very nice, Planet Arleth. I guess when you are there in your archaeological site, there are a lot of these bugs that come to annoy you, and you have to use this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's good. You know, you gotta clear out like a cave. You know, you just get them all to attack you, and then you punch yourself a couple times.
Yeah, that's very good. And Loompa, what would you like to do?
Right. I will use my booming blade. And for the first time, I'll use this sword. What is it? A humming longsword.
The humming long sword. All right. For
Yeah.
it's for the first time as a player, not
As a player.
Very well.
Yeah. And I will do 2 attacks, but let's see if it arrives after the first one. So, do I do the booming blade first, or the sword?
It doesn't matter. You cast a booming blade, so go ahead and do the attack.
Oh yeah. So it's a 37 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, and that is for.
And the creature is dead.
Oh, okay, so I don't need to roll the booming blade.
And
Alright, and
it's absorbed and swallowed by the floor.
I see. And then I will move. I think here. Oh, I just want to ask the big guy. Hey, big guy, you okay? Yeah, you okay there? The troll.
And the troll. No. What do you think? Can't you see? They're dissecting me while I'm still alive.
Do you need some help?
Yeah. Just take me out of here. I haven't done anything to deserve this. I was a nice merchant.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm
Good
just used to sell organs in the black market. I'm an honest troll.
You're a funny one as well. God. What was that? Was that a crit? Oh, I rolled a crit.
Oh wow! Congratulations, you get inspiration.
I already had, but thank you.
Do you want to give to someone else?
Yes, please.
Who
wants
needs inspiration?
I'm topped up
I
as
still
well.
have mine.
Use it.
Go for it.
Awesome.
So, Then for a 29 from the sword, from my humming sword, and then I guess I'll roll for the booming blade as well, right?
Yeah.
So that is for another 20. So 49 in total. And then, is it still alive?
Yes, very much.
Do I need to roll another 3d8 for in case he moves? Or
It's already rolled. If you cast the
Oh,
booming
I-
blade, it's there. It's a 21.
okay, it just says they're at will, so I don't know if I cast it or not. But anyway, okay. That would be the end of my turn.
That's because of cantrip.
Right.
All right. So with that, Planet Harleth.
Ixtiel would like to make a legendary action.
Very well. Ixtihil, what would you like to do?
And I can't like move and act, right? It's just act or move or bonus act, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he is going to point his glaive at the in the direction of the mind flayers, and send a cone of force at them. They need to make a DC 16 Dex save.
Describe to us what is the ability you're using.
It is the what's it called? So it's basically just Dragon's Breath, but it's a bonus. One of the things that I can do with this
Okay.
glaive.
And how does it look like? You just
Just
dragon breath of
shimmering
force?
energy just shimmering energy, kind of translucent, just a wave of force that shoots from the end of the glaive and just oof, like a shockwave.
Very well. And they have to do a DC 15, you said? Dex save?
16.
16 dex save. Very well. Very well. And the one in front of Lumpa is dead. It falls to the ground. And the ground immediately starts to swallow the creature. Very good.
Wow, feeding.
The initiative's burning through very fast, guys. Planet Harleth, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna turn my attention, point at the last big dude, and just launch both of my bursts at it. It's time to
It's time to end this.
exactly.
Very well.
One more. So DC 20 for a total of 49. Or two DC 20s.
Pass the first one, fail the second one, and he's dead. He falls to the ground, makes no noise. And the creature is absorbed by the ground, by the floor of this place. And Planet Harleth, what else would you like to do? You look up and you see the troll. Hey, you're supposed to be the good guy. Can you just save an honest troll? This is cruel. I'm regenerating around the hook.
Do we want to help this guy? I can get him down from there. He can answer some questions, maybe. He doesn't look like he's in much of a position to end us anymore.
Yeah, why not?
I'll try and free him from the hook.
Very well. And as you reach there, you already use your action, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, to remove him from the hook is going to take more than. He's going to take another action.
That's it right here.
Very well. And with that, Muddy Markle, what would you like to do? You're no longer grappled. Seems that Planet Harleth just burns through everything around you.
So I no longer see any enemies.
Yeah, there is still just one little guy just one little guy standing there right next to Hill. And he's in very bad shape. Lumpa has cut his tail off a spine looking thing.
In that case, I'm gonna walk over and he's gonna get the base.
Very well.
20.
Yes, that creature is dead. Don't even need to roll for damage. And falls to the ground. And the ground swallows the creature. And just like that, we're out of initiative. And you guys are back into exploring this alien place. Money Markle, question. You're walking on this flashy looking ground, right?
Yeah, I think my flight wore off, yeah.
Very well. And so as you're walking on this flash looking ground, you realize now that you're standing there, that the ground is starting to absorb your feet, and you start to sink into the ground. Do you want to continue stand there? Because all the other ones are flying.
Do not stand directly where I'm standing then. I'm going.
Very well.
You step back.
You start walking back to the platform. Very well. Planet Arlith, you take the troll out of the hooks. That hurts. And as you move him out of the hook, you realize that there is a chest that seems to be made of flesh. And this chest, it was right behind him. As you look around the room, and it looks like a chest made of flesh. You can all roll investigation or perception for this room now.
Julio.
Not bad.
28.
Very well. So there's no obvious way of opening this flash chest, flash-looking chest thing. For all you can tell, Planet Arlith, that is probably one of those things that they open with their psionic powers. Like everything here seems to respond to psychic abilities. And the rest of you, as you look in the pods do have creatures inside of them that seem to be partially dissected, and some of them don't even have the top of their skulls anymore. It seems that their brains are being extracted, except for one. Lumpa, in this chamber over here, the creature there still has its brain. And seems to be in very bad shape. For what you look at, as you look into those that chamber, that creature seems to be. It looks like this. This is how the creature looks like. It looks like a working orc of sorts, and the troll says. Thank you for saving me. It's still just half a troll, I must say, because the other half of his body, you have no idea what it is. And there is this footlocker or this chest near you. You have no idea what it has inside. The stasis pods, they stand around the room. The only one that has a creature with still a brain in its body. And now you wonder, all the brains you've been destroying here, and there were 9 of them, all the brains you've destroyed here, were those the brains of the creatures there are in these little stasis pods? Were they making this aberration-looking brains with the brains of kidnapped creatures. That's what it looks like. It looks like those flying-looking creatures were created from the bodies of these poor kidnapped individuals that have nothing to do with anything, except for that orc that seems to be still in full form. The troll is only half there. Planetarleth, as you take the creature out of the hook, it's on the ground and it starts to regenerate. And you can see the bottom half of his body has these very tiny little feet. Very tiny little feet. They're coming out like 2 little feet stumps coming out of the bottom of the troll. It says, "Yeah, I'm trying to grow back, but I'm very weak. Wouldn't you have like some healing stuff? You can give it to me, please. I'll tell you everything I know about this, guys. Please help me heal faster."
I'll go to like pat on my whatever planetar body. I don't have anything in my pockets. But I will ask, do you know what's in that chest, though? I mean, maybe something useful in there?
They put a bunch of things in there. I'll tell you if you heal me. Oh no, the floor! The floor is absorbing me. Please help me out.
I'll lift this up a couple inches. Was he lying to me? I as a planetar can implicitly tell, apparently.
No, he's not lying. He's just saying he just doesn't want to tell you until you give him some healing.
Okay, I'll go move him to the raised dais.
Ixtiel is going to fly over to wherever you guys end up, while still picking little bits of brain and spine out of his feathers. And he's going to cast. He's going to put his hand on the troll, and a warm glow emerges from, spreads out from the spot where he touches, and he is healed for 41 points of damage.
And now that troll, his legs grow out of his body, and you can see the wounds of the hooks closing, and he starts to feel better. Thank you, friend. Oh, look at that. And you're looking at his legs, and he has these baby-sized legs. I kid you not. And you look at his legs, and he's like, "Oh, look at that. My legs are fully grown. They're fully grown back. Thank you so much, friend." And yes, you're really not expecting that was going to be the fully grown extent of his legs, but it seems that he says, I'm a merchant in the black market. If you ever want to buy a kidney, or you're needing some livers or eyes that can see in the dark or has true sight, you just talk to me. I'll give you friends and family discount.
Ixtiel is just gonna give a little nod, and then back away.
Everybody calls me Baby Legs Troll. that's how everybody calls me.
I can't imagine why.
Me neither. I never got it. Never got the joke. Oh. And tell me, as you're exploring this place, what else would you like to do here? The troll says, as I was saying, I'll tell you how what I know. Do you see that pad there? That's where the boss is. They go there, and they enter that membrane-looking pad, and they go to where the boss is. And the boss is really bad guy. He's very huge, and he's like my size, and he floats in it's like this floating platform, and he's the most alien of them all, and he's very cruel. He's the one who told to dissect me when I was kidnapped and brought me here. And they kept bringing creatures they hijack, and they bring them and they put them in these chambers, and they put them in these chambers, and they do all sorts of experiments, and then they make those brain things with them. And yes, in that chest there, friend, they put some things that look like magic items and instruments that they use on me, like some scalpels and all sorts of stuff. I have to say, I thought extracting organs was a job I used to do that was very delicate, but these guys, they know how to cut you in a way that you're not even going to realize you lost your organ. By the time I've noticed they had put me on the hooks, was too late. They drained my blood. These guys are bad news, I must say. Thank you, friends, for saving me. As I said, friends and family discount on the house if you ever come to the black market. Just look for Baby Legs Troll.
What can you tell us about that one in the other pod?
That's the last one they've brought. I think is some sort of orc smith. They had like weapons on them, like a hammer, and it looks like smith's tools, and they took it out and they put it in there, and they inject something on him, like a poison or something, and they've been quiet since, like they did to all the others.
How long will it take for him to turn?
I don't know. I was unconscious most of the time. Every time I would wake up, they would just cut something else out of me. I think they were testing to see how much they can cut without. I have to say, it was very hard, folks.
Wait, so you regenerated every time?
Yeah, that's what trolls do. You know, we're well known for regenerating.
How come they didn't put you in one of the pods?
I have no idea. It's a question for them. Or for me. They're the ones doing the crazy experiments. I'm the victim here.
How long have you been here for?
I have no idea. Maybe a week, maybe more.
Oh,
I don't know.
And did you know anyone else in these pods?
No, I don't know any of the other ones.
Okay.
Ixiel is going to try to cut open the pod using his glaive.
And Ixiel, as you do that, the pod just open. It release like this decompression push of air, and it opens. And as it does, you see the creature inside in a sort of torpor, unconscious. Yeah, they brought that one there and they put it there in that chamber, and it's been like that quiet for some time.
Can I make an investigation or maybe a medicine check to see, like, if I can tell anything about his condition, about what's going on with him?
Roll a medicine check.
Investigation or medicine? All right.
Medicine, yeah.
27.
Very well. You've you think that this creature is poisoned. Clearly, the core, there's this dark veins all across its body, and you've noticed that they've made some drawing on its on the forehead, like some dotted lines. You think they were about to cut the top of the head off. It's like a chirurgical drawing, and by what you can see, the creature's just is just numb. They probably gave some strong poison and it's unconscious. It's probably some sort of anesthetic.
Alrighty.
Anesthetic.
Going
Yeah.
to...
Anesthetic.
So he holds out his hand over the
Anesthetic.
pod, and warm, healing light just washes over the creature, and he is casting heal. And that should cure the poison condition, and also get him all
That is true.
back to health.
The orc opens its eyes and look at you, and seems somewhat still grog, still a bit confused. But it says,
"Hey, are you not? Please don't. You don't look like the others.
Do not worry.
Are you? Are you? Are you here taking me out of here? What is going on? Oh, I've been knocked out so badly. Oh my God."
and he puts the hand on his head as if he has a massive headache.
Thank you for bringing me back. What is happening? Oh, is that the troll that was on the hooks? Oh, wow, this place is crazy. What is going on here? Why did they bring me here? What's happening?
We do not know. And he's gonna help him out of the pod.
And
Try to bring him back over to the platform.
and they take your hand and they come out of the platform, and they extend their hands to you and they shake your hands and they say,
My name is Gosha. I was captured with my brother Gorar. They brought us here to the world below. Well, we saw this place before, and when we were meeting for rare ores, I'm a smith, and I were looking for rare ores, and we're here for this meeting, and with my brother, and when we got back to the surface, this creature just came after us, and they point that gun-looking thing to us, and I just saw dark. Next thing I know, I'm in this place, and with my brother. Have you seen my brother Gorar?
Ixtiul is gonna innocently flick another piece of brain out of his feathers and just say, "No."
Okay. I hope Gorar's well.
and the orc starts to walk around, stepping on the squish floor, And then when he reaches the next spot, he sees Gorar, his brother without a brain, and he falls on his knees and starts to cry.
Oh no. Oh no. They got him. These creatures, they deserve no mercy. I'm going to kill them for this. Where is my hammer? I'm going to smash every single one of them because of this. They will pay for my brother.
And you guys know where his hammer is. What would you like to say?
Wait, we do?
Well, at least Planet Harlot does.
Oh, right. It may
Well,
be
yeah,
in
Lumpa's
that
the one
chest.
who's got the psionic. She wants to do the pleasure of opening the chest. Or at
Lumpa,
least try to.
would you like to open the chest? Lumpa, you there?
You're muted if you're.
Yeah, if you're talking, you're on mute. Lumpa. And you guys learned that there is yet another section to this place, which you get there by passing through that platform there on to the south.
So are we doing anything with the chest?
I'm back. I
All right.
didn't yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll try to open.
Very well.
So is there anything in particular that I need to do, or I can just simply look at the mechanics of it and open it?
You gotta use a psionic power to open like you did with the door.
So let's do that. I'll use some telekinetic.
Very well.
Where is it?
Is that where my hammer is?
Apparently they're putting everything in there.
Very
Right?
well.
Isn't that what the big guy said?
Very well.
Okay, so telekinetic shove. I don't seem to how do I do like this? Can you see it?
Yeah. So
All right.
you use your telekinetic shove, and the chest opens. This footlocker opens. Inside,
Okay.
Gosha takes its hammer and put it on its belt and its other items that belong to him, and like blacksmith tools and so on. And left there, you see a number of other items that were probably removed from the bodies of these creatures, as well as what seems to be some instruments to cut, like scalpels and for precision cut, this sort of instruments.
Right.
There's all sorts of items there in this from all the creatures that apparently died here. What do you want to do? Do you want to look into them?
Well, not. I wouldn't look into the scalpels and stuff, but I guess the ones that belong to the other creatures, yeah.
Very well.
If there's anything,
Very well.
yeah, appealing to my eye.
Well, there's a number of items here that you have never seen. You have never seen before. They look somewhat different. You have blades that look different. You have a mask. There is something that looks like a piece of something that like perhaps was alive at some point. Perhaps that's an organ of a creature. There is a weapon that looks like this. There is a sword that looks like this, and it looks like quite a sharp blade actually. That is, and you have this thing that looks like a tentacle or something. That's like you don't have much of a. There's a mask that looks like this, and among other more common items, there's also another sword in there that seems somewhat shattered, and that looks like this, and that's among other items like clothes and this kind of things that are inside this chest. There is also a little monocle that looks like this, like a ornated gold rimmed monocle.
Sorry, I was on mute talking to myself. Can I mend that sword?
Either you or there's a blacksmith sitting right there next to you.
I mean, the mending is instantaneous. I think it's just touch, so...
Well, it wouldn't mend a magical object. You need
I see.
you need a smith or an artificer to do that.
Okay. So I guess I don't know if any of these items can be used without a tuning or whatnot.
Well,
I guess
some of these ones that I've put it there, they seem magical in nature.
no.
But you don't really know what they do. There is a little pouch in there which seems to be like a coin pouch, and this one has, as you open, 154 gold pieces inside, and they're all currency from Theros. So you know all these creatures came from Theros.
Okay. Well, I guess it's worth putting them in our inventory or something for the moment, and then we can discuss later whomever who wants what and whatnot, who needs what.
Very well.
After we identify, right? I think we
Yeah.
need to identify so we know. Okay.
Yeah,
And
you
then we can
definitely
do that
do.
in our own time, identify them, and then see what they are each and whatnot.
Very
go
well.
from there. Right?
Very well. So you're putting all of that in your bag of holding?
If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
Very well. All right. So you grab all the other items, you put them in your bag of holding, and Gosha says to all of
You. So where do we go? Where is that giant guy? The big one. Tell me, Troll, have you seen? Where did he go?
they go into that pod over there and they head to him.
Are you guys gonna come with me? I'm going to destroy him for what he has done to my brother. He will pay for this.
I'm invested already.
I was planning to throw him anyways.
Throwing at him
Time to purify this place.
I'm just interested on the way out, which seems to also be this way. So
Very well. Uh, okay, so you guys head towards the platform, and Gosha steps through, and suddenly the membrane just feels like a puddle of water, and in a bloop, he disappears in front of your eyes.
you want to come with us, baby legs?
I think I'll stay here. I'm not feeling very well, and I'm scared of that guy.
Is he saying the truth?
Yes.
Okay. You just, I mean, what, wait. So, you're just gonna stay here? Like, don't you want to get out of this place?
How do I get out? I can't fly. I'm gonna have to wait for you guys to come back.
Well, I don't know if we're coming back. Maybe there's another exit going the same way we're going now. So, I don't think we're gonna come back for you, baby legs. I'm sorry. I mean, we have, important stuff to do. I think you should come along.
I'm useless. I'm so wounded. I'm really scared of that guy. I mean, and if all of you die, I don't want him to be upset with me.
Alright. Good reasoning.
I'm cheering for you, though. And as you all head to the platform to go to the next level, that's a good time for us to call for a short break, everybody. And we'll be back in 10-15 minutes after this bio break.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
All right. Is everybody back?
I'm here.
All right. Hill, you're there? Money Markle?
Yep.
All right. Hill. If you're there, you're on mute. All right. Well, let's move. He might be joining us soon enough. Well, you step through that pod, and the same way that happened to Gosha, you just hear the bloop, and that.
Actually, the map.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, I'll bring you there in a second. The same way that happened to Gosha, you pass through the other side. However, you don't fall. You emerge on the other side, as if you were being expelled by the surface of something viscous and liquid at the same time. And one by one, all of you reach the other side of this. And as you do, as you reach the other side, let's hope everything is not crashing on my end. As you reach the other side, row 20. Oh boy. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
All right. I have a slight block here on my row 20. As you reach the other side, let me describe what you see. You step out of the surface of the viscous liquid that seemed to have expelled you into this room. And the air thickens. You see the iron tang of blood, a surreal glow of dim blue, pink and purple light that dance across the stone, casting long shifting shadows in the vast space before you. This room, made of slightly different flash-looking structures as the previous one. To your left, the east and west walls bulge with enormous square mouths filled with mismatched teeth. Each one frozen mid-snarl like they are waiting to chew through the very walls themselves. 2 rows of statues formed from fused humanoid bodies, lying in the center of the room, twisted in silent agony. An audience of stone locked in eternal shared torment. At the far end, dominating the north wall, looms this grotesque machine of flesh and metal, crowned by a vat of translucent viscous liquid. Standing before you, an archaic mind flayer-like figure, ancient and regal. A massive crown rests on his head, and his face gleams with ornate gold jewelry. His long fingers gently manipulate 2 metallic orbs on rods jutting from the floor, steering the vat's swirling content like a sculptor shaping nightmares. Let me give you a glimpse of how he looks like. Right there on the floating platform, just like Gosha had described to you, and in the other one. And you can see he's pulling a brain out of creature's dead skull and floating on that floating strange platform that looks like a tensor disk but fancy, something technological. Above the vat, 4 long, writhing tentacles rise from a fleshy cap, their movements slow and rhythmic. Suspended beside the machine floats a shivered elephant-sized monstrosity, its body malformed and glistening limbs atrophied to stumps, and its bloated head dripping black ichor. There's a twisted umbilical cord that connects this creature to the vat, as though it's being fed or drained. Let me also give you a glimpse on how that looks like. And, well, as you see that creature connected to the vat, standing in front of all that machinery, it does really seems like something is being created here. High above, embedded in the center of the ceiling, there is this massive 15-foot diameter brain that pulses softly, beating like a second heart for this unholy sanctum. And near the east wall, 3 fleshy chests, just like the one you opened above, sit waiting, quiet, almost patiently, and as if aware that you have arrived. And with that, you look ahead of you and you realize after you kind of start to sink in everything that is in this room, and you try to understand what exactly you were looking at, and what is going on here. You notice that Gosha, that went ahead, is now struggling with this massive tentacle that comes out of the ground, and seems to be fighting it as the tentacle tries to wrap around Gosha and try to restrain him. And then I ask you, as you enter the room, you notice that the creature turns to you. He doesn't say a word. It's almost as if he could understand what you were doing there. And as that it turns to you, it seems not very impressed by your presence. And he doesn't say a word. What would you like to do?
not in initiative.
You're not in initiative yet. That's
How
of
tall is
course.
this room?
How tall is the room? 15 feet tall.
Okay.
It's where that you see that faint brain that's actually on the ceiling in the middle of the room.
I see.
That faint drawing of the brain. It's in the ceiling.
No problem.
So these are the two creatures you see in the room.
And the gross one looks like it's being like created by the machine it's attached to.
It seems that it's being created by the machine it is attached to.
Okay.
Innovators. Or perhaps you came here for an improvement. I saw what you did to my trials. I see you speak common. How primitive. I can see you all came here looking for something, and here it is, before your eyes, a demigod, with all the same powers as those that you have. But this one is even more powerful, created by me, flash-crafted into existence. And it's the proof that there's nothing special about you. That word gifts you think you have can be reproduced to those that have been disenfranchised by your presence and of the gods. If you came here to do a modification to your body, I can do that as well. Perhaps you need something to make yourselves a bit more functional. That form that you all occupy seems indeed quite dysfunctional. It doesn't have enough flexibility and intelligence. It doesn't have enough arms. I can see you must struggle on a daily basis to accomplish things in that primitive form. I can do improvements to you. I can do improvements to your flag. Would you like that?
XU is gonna fly forward to right there and swing his glaive in an attempt to sever the tentacle holding the orc.
Very well. The moment you step out of the platform, you've realized...
He hasn't left the platform.
Oh, so how do you want to do
The
that?
glaive has a 10-foot reach.
All right, very well. So if that, roll an attack. A 24 will hit. Yeah. Roll damage.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong... Click the wrong thing there. Ignore that. Alright, that is 11 slashing plus 2d6 plus 9 force.
Excellent. That cuts the tentacle just enough for it to get distracted, and Gosha runs back into the platform. And as Gosha reaches the platform, says,
Thank you, friend. I tried to attack him head first, but then this tentacle came out of nowhere. And I was struggling with it. So, what is it you see in my laboratory?
Just I think,
either you cut off or I disconnected. One of the two.
I was gonna say, you know, this form is just a bit dysfunctional. I must agree. At which point, I'm going to drop my polymorph. And I'm gonna cast a prismatic wall between these two guys, locking the other guy in that little sliver of the room.
And
I can send that into the chat.
yes, please.
Buttons.
Which direction are you pointing it at?
Yes.
It'd be like that.
Okay.
But like, which direction is the like offensive side of the wall?
You're casting prismatic wall, right?
They can't pass through the they can't pass through the wall either direction. I'm pretty sure. I specify creatures that can pass through it. Let me put it in the chat.
Yeah.
So I don't have a spell slot because I used the spell slot before the feats do this. Okay. That was loud. And it still didn't put in. It did. It just didn't put the spell description. Gosh dang.
Very well.
Hold on. Let me give myself a slot and then do it.
Very well. You're using spell
No,
recall.
it just did the same thing.
Okay.
I don't know how to put it in the chat because it's got a roll.
Okay. Let me get it for you.
Oh, that's the one.
There you go. Very well. You attempt to cast
No.
prismatic wall, and it's divinely, and I'm saying this because you know you do that as well, it's been divinely negated.
Well, you know what? He used up one of his divine essences.
And it seems that for what you
counterspelled the divine.
no, the divine negation can't be counterspelled. So
Be divinely negated.
it was
Yeah,
the prismatic wall was divinely negated by
No, but like, can it be the divine negate? Can it be divine negated?
No, because it's not a. It's really not a. It's yeah. It's not. It's a negation.
Ability kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a counter spell.
But
So
is
if I
it a magical ability?
no,
Or
it's one of your
yeah.
abilities as a demigod. You have that as well.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yes. So as a demigod, you have something called. You have one too many things there in that feat,
Yes.
but one of the things you can do, where is it?
Negate
Divine
the
negation 5 times a day. As a reaction, you can use divine negation to negate any spell, magic, psionics, or magical effects abilities. You can do that 5 times a day. So this creature used one of its divine negations. It's not a counter spell, so you cannot negate the divine negation. And it negates the spell, and you guys realize that this creature that is here has the same type of abilities that you do, and it just negated a spell, and Lord see you almost amused says,
You underestimate me. You underestimate my work. This is as powerful as all of you, if not more. You are just demigods. This is more like a deity, a proper god. And I'm gonna give you an option. I can modify your bodies into something to you, or turning you into a useful form of existence for me, or my God, I'm with you. And see if he has really all that is needed to cast the mantle of these inferior creatures.
You can let your god You control this thing. We're not controlled. You really gonna you're really gonna let this little guy tell you what to do? I say to the big thing on the wall.
And the big thing you don't understand what it's saying.
I understand all. Oh, never mind. I don't actually anymore. I love
And you don't it seems to just as it looks at you and Lord Siu says,
Yes, it hasn't been birthed yet. Feeling so for it finding that is connected to me. But after it consumes you, perhaps that won't be necessary anymore. Perhaps all I needed for you to bring your divine essence is in me. So that I can feed my creation and it can grow stronger.
Is that thing a god? That disgusting, horrible aberration is a god. Oh. What am I supposed to do now?
No, not technically. God's a title that's earned. So I mean, he's got like godlike power, I would say. But I just if you want to get technical about it.
and Lumpa, your how long's your fly spell? It's 10 minutes.
I'll have a look. I don't have fly.
Yeah, remind me. You might not have fly anymore. You definitely don't have blade song. Yeah, it's 10 minutes. So you don't have fly, so you don't need to concentrate anymore. You don't have blade song. Manimarco, I see you stepping forward. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Metamarco is going to shout, "Enough talk," and he's going to just charge. He's gonna start his charge.
Very well. Click on your tokens and roll initiative. Manimarco, the moment you step on the ground, the tentacle reacts to you and attempts to grab you. So roll a dex save.
Can you replace my token?
Yes. You want to go back to be Arlith?
Yeah, I had to drop it to try and cast the spell.
Oh yes, that is true. Let me get
Yeah,
your
I tried to say
original
a whole badass line, and then I kind of got
divinely negated.
yeah.
A little taste of your own medicine.
True. I can't be salty.
And very well. You were back on the ground as old Arlith. All right, Manimarco, you've passed the dex save. The rest of you can roll initiative as well. I don't know who rolled already, but it's not. Yeah.
2 high rolls in a row. What is this? I don't think I'm playing the right character. I need to go change my dice.
I rolled a 15, but for some reason it's showing. It's not.
It's not showing.
Add to the
Okay. Very well.
Turn order. There we go.
Yeah. Lumpa is not adding either. Let me add her. 23.
Okay. Yeah.
Very well. And now let's add the other 2.
Are we having macros?
Not yet.
Not
okay.
yet. Not yet.
Because I have them there, and I wanted to say, is it too late to announce?
Yes. We're not having macros yet because in the first part, you have already a little bit too much to get used to if your character sheet has a demigod. So once we start the second part of the campaign, then you're gonna have your macros.
All right.
Very well. Manimarco, you started, and yes, you are the first one to act. And well, let's put a more exciting song here.
You can ignore that last roll, by the way. I used a point from the Spindle of Fate to try to increase my initiative, but it came out lower. So
very well. Manny Marco.
Yes. I was waiting for everybody to roll. I didn't realize. Yeah, they've all rolled.
Oh,
Nobody
sorry.
got higher than me.
Actually, I
Yeah.
forgot how the Battle for Knowledge works. So that I wasn't supposed to re-roll my initiative. I'm just supposed to add my proficiency to it, which is 6. So
Okay.
that
So
gives him a 21 for initiative.
very well. Done. All right. So Manny Marco, what is your speed?
My speed is 70.
Very well. This is difficult terrain because every time you step on it, the terrain tries to absorb your feet.
Let me. I can read.
So let me put you back
Just move
there.
past.
You can, yes, you can move 35. So you would get here.
No, I was next to the thing. That was one block forward.
Okay.
See the one
But
block
the,
after
but the
that is
initiative
the-
but the initiative starts when you step on the floor.
Oh, okay, then you're right. Then it is here.
35. So you can get here. Yeah. So
Don't I have one sec? I think I have. I think I can actually cheat for one. So. I do have Misty Step. Would you look at that?
very well. Lord Seal is about 5 feet up in the air, and that creature behind him is about 10 feet up in the air. Very well.
Misty Step right up next to him. And
5 feet up in the air. Can you fly? So you have 1 second to do something before you fall.
I'm gonna make all my attacks then as I fall back down to the ground.
Very well.
22.
Yeah, that does not hit.
All right, next one. That's
That will
38.
hit. Yes.
And then I'm gonna hit with my last one,
Yeah.
which is a 34.
Yeah.
There for that. Then I plop back down on the ground, and I'm going
Very
to
well.
call him a monster and a thief very aggressively.
Very well. As a reaction, As a reaction to being attacked, Lord Seal give you disadvantage in all your saving throws and attack rolls for 1 round. As you feel he did something to your head as you were falling and attacking him, and you would hit his armor twice, and he did something to it. There's something to your mind, almost as if he messed with you. He pulled some strings. Perhaps he let one more screw loose in your head, Manny Marco, as you were falling and attacking him. And as you hit the ground, as a reaction, he gave you disadvantage on everything. Until the end of your next turn. What else would you like to do?
That ends my turn. I've taken my bonus action to teleport. I've taken my main action to bonk him.
Very well. And as a reaction from the ground, not from Lord Seal, another tentacle comes out and attempts to restrain you. Same way he did for Gosha. So, roll a dex save.
Okay, I was gonna say, can I do a reaction to kind of to smack it out the air?
To do what?
Legendary reaction to like melee attack it as it tries to.
You
grab me?
cannot do a legendary action at the end of your turn. Only at the end of another creature's turn.
I still have to wait for it to finish trying to grab me first. Okay, that's fair.
That's
I got 21
not
on
a
the
creature that's trying to grab you. That's the terrain.
Okay. I assume the tentacle is alive. I guess.
The tentacle is coming from, well, the whole room is alive. So the whole room is made of living cells. Very well. You escape the grapple of... Oh, you have disadvantage. Roll again.
Oh, that is right. I really forgot. Even better that time. Dead.
Excellent.
Righteous Fury is working for me this time. Usually I just end up getting, like, obliterated by status.
Very well. And you're not restrained, and I assume that's the end of your turn, Marco.
Yep.
Very well. As a legendary action, Lord Siu is going to move all the way to the middle of the room. Half of his speed, and I believe. Let me check here the range. Yeah. All of you gotta do a DC 24 Wisdom saving throw. Everybody. Don't forget, you have
I'm
a
gonna use my inspiration.
+6 from your fellows, but Money Marco and Arlit, you have a -2 on yours, so you have a +4 instead of +6.
I failed, but could I use the Mage Slayer's Guarded Mind to pass this?
The what? Guarded Mind?
From Mage Slayer, yes.
From Mage
If you
Slayer.
fail an Int, Wisdom, or Charisma saving throw, you can cause yourself to succeed instead. You can't use it again until after a short or long rest.
Very well. So you succeed. Anyone else fail? Any of you? I think everybody passed. Very well. He does this psychic blast against everybody in the room, but for whatever reason, it seems that you guys managed to resist, for at least for now. And that's the end of his legendary action. Lumpa, what would you like to do?
Okay. Okay. Give me just 1 second, please. So I will, of course, Blade Song. Yes, Blade Song. Blade Song activates as a bonus action, and then I will use 1 meta magic point, 1 sorcery point. No, meta magic. Yeah, 1 sorcery point to subtle spell Blade of Disaster.
Very well.
That's a bonus action. I can't do
Yes.
it, can I?
What do you mean? Because you activated Blade Song, yes.
Yeah,
So either Blade of Disaster or Blade Song.
Let's go with Blade of Disaster for the moment, and then.
Very well.
Yes, I think
So you
Blade
set a
of
spell
Disaster-
in-
No,
is-
sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah. No. I wanted to say the other one.
Blade Song, very well.
Yeah. I think I'll keep it there for a second.
Very well.
Now you know what? I'm changing my mind. Blade of Disaster.
Okay, but it's the last time, because it's like the fourth time you change your mind.
Last time, because I already spent the thing.
All right.
So, yeah.
Very well.
Go with subtle spell, Blade of Disaster,
Okay.
and.
You can do 2 attacks as you cast Blade of Disaster.
Can I choose where it goes? The
Yes,
blade?
of course. You have a 60-foot radius, if I remember correctly.
That's what I remember as well.
All right.
That is 60 feet. So first of all, I'll move a bit more forwards, and I think it should reach. Oh no! I swear I checked and it was 60 something. Now it's more.
Well, you can always move before
Oh,
casting,
the
that's fine.
god. Sorry, no, that's the god. That's fine. This
Okay,
one's
so
the
you're
person.
casting on the guy or on the god?
on the guy, on Lord Seal.
All right, very well.
Okay.
You should be able to move that Blade of Disaster now.
Thank you. So I good. Does a 27 hit?
It does. The AC is 25.
Do I have advantage by any chance? No, I don't.
No.
Do-do-do.
But Blade of Disaster, you can hit twice though, when you
Yeah.
cast it. And Blade of Disaster crits on an 18 to 20.
Oh, didn't
You don't crit, so roll 8d12 for the damage.
Okay, so a 28. That was so bad. And a 16.
Very well.
Okay, so that was a
42 points.
bonus action.
Yeah.
And as my I'll use Ray of Frost 2 times as well.
Okay.
There's a 23 hit.
No, the AC is 25.
I guess that's the end of my turn.
Very well. You attempt to hit him. Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Arleth?
I was just thinking take a legendary action, but
go ahead. By all means.
I want to test a theory, so I'm gonna target the brain in the center of the room, up on the roof, with a firebolt.
Excellent. Go ahead.
28
Yes, that will hit.
for 20.
Yeah. And as you do so, the tentacles seem to react to that attack. You just see the tentacles shaking as if they were reacting to the pain.
Okay. That'll be that turn.
Very well.
Roll.
That was all right. And with that, we have legendary actions. The god-looking creature is going to take a legendary action, and Lord CU is going to take a legendary action. I'm going to start with Lord CU. Lord CU, something happens, almost as if you feel like there was slight glitch in reality, as if the whole room just blinked in front of your eye. And as it does, it seems that Lord CU is slightly semi-transparent to you. And as that happened, everybody can roll a DC 24 con saving throw. Very well. Pass.
60
Pass.
Not pass.
XTU passes because of the
right,
auras.
With the, right. Okay.
With the auras, yes, with your mythic auras. I'm missing Money Marco. No, Money Marco is there. I'm missing. Who am I missing?
Bottom, yeah.
Arleth. I'm missing you.
No, it's in the same roll. It's right below. The
Oh yeah, it's right above XT. Okay, all right. And very well. Everybody pass. So you take half of 9d6's points of damage. So
90,
so-
I thought you said 96.
9d6.
Oh.
So half of 34. So everybody takes 17 points of psychic damage. XTU and Lumpa, you have resistance, but Lumpa, you're not in Blade Song. You gotta roll. So Lumpa, you take 9. XTU, you take 9. Everybody else takes 17. And Lumpa, you gotta roll a concentration check.
As a reaction, wait 1 second. I gotta check the range on this because he can. This is psychic damage, right?
Psychic damage, yes.
Yeah. So
The 14 enough?
Yes, it is enough. You just needed a 10.
Okay. Phew.
Do you happen to remember what the range is on the energy redirection? Oh wait, I just found it. Yeah, it's within 60 feet. He is going to take that psychic damage and redirect it straight back at the
Lord, see you.
at Lord Siu.
Excellent.
He gets to make a dex save of DC 15 dex save.
And that
Or save.
energy redirection is psychic, right?
Yeah, it's this just
All
the
right.
same type of energy, just blasted straight back at it.
Very well. Nothing happens.
I figured as much.
And
So wait, what was the total that Ixtiul took with his resistance?
he took 9.
9. Okay.
Very well. And as a legendary action for the god at the end of the room, they're still attached to the machine. The creature releases this withering wail, like as if it's trying to talk like a baby for the first time, and the only thing that comes out is that weird wail. And everybody gotta do, I kid you not, a DC 24 Constitution saving throw, or you gain 1 level of exhaustion. Excellent. Everybody passing. That's great. Money Marco. Let's not forget, Money Marco. You have disadvantage. So roll those last 2 con saves.
No, that's 2 in a row.
Nice.
Very well.
And that'll pass as well. Yep, all passes.
Okay.
Excellent. Everybody passed. Yeah. And that's the end of the legendary actions on their side. Ixtihu, what would you like to do?
Okay, Ixtiul is going to fly up above this tentacle here. Just bloop. I don't know how tall the tentacle is, but he's high enough that it can.
The tentacle is as long as you can see there, 20 foot long.
So he's like 25 feet in the air above
You
it.
can't be. The ceiling is 15. 1-5.
I see. Okay.
So the only way is to go around it.
Yeah, he's gonna fly around it, and he's like, but he is higher up than he was before. He is flying up. He is
Okay,
like,
so you're
just below the ceiling. So
okay.
I guess
So if you are going in this line, the tentacles still have reach to you, and I'm still gonna ask a dex save.
I mean, he's going like around. It's not a line. He's
So
going-
so you gotta think this is the reach of that tentacle. The tentacle is coming out from that center.
Gotcha.
This is the reach of the tentacle. It has 20-foot radius reach. So if you enter that area,
Does
the
a
tentacle is
25 pass?
react to you. 25 pass, yes.
And again, he is like just below the ceiling, and he is then going to moonlit step to here, still at just below the ceiling, and just behind, but now just behind Lord Seul.
Yeah.
And he is going to swing like vertically down with his glaive, trying to just split this guy's head in half. And because of Moonlit Step, he has advantage.
Very well.
Does a 26 hit?
26 hits. The AC is 25.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll again just to.
He's 10. Yeah, he's 10 feet up in. He's 5 feet up in the air. So you're now at 10, right? Your altitude.
Again, I've got I have reach. I have a 10-foot reach with the glaive.
Oh yes, that is true. Thanks for the reminder.
Even at 15 feet.
Yeah. Very well. Go ahead.
And so that's gonna be. Crap. Wait. No. Why did that? I clicked on the right thing, didn't I? Did I not click on the right thing? Because that's the wrong. That did not roll correctly. Why did that not? That's not adding the additional damage, though. Why is that not doing that? Alright, so that's whatever. I'll do it manually. So that was 5 slashing damage plus 4 force damage plus. Shoot. Ignore that. Ignore that. Sorry. Keep clicking the wrong thing. Plus. Okay, so that is 9 plus 8. 5 slashing damage plus 12 force damage.
Very well. 5 slashing plus 12 force. Very well.
Yes.
As a reaction, Lord CU is going to give you disadvantage until the end of your next turn on everything.
Alright. And then he is going to blink step. Boom, right over here next to the baby god.
Very well. The baby god. Very well. The fetus god. All right.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your the formed fetus god? All right.
I think so. Yeah, and I am still 15 or 10 feet or whatever in the air, like just below the ceiling.
Very well. And as a legendary action, the deformed fetus god releases, as you approach it, it releases this ray of cold on you. It just vomits, like as if it's just like a baby. It's just going and just does like that little instantaneous blurp of vomit on you, and it comes out as a ray of cold, and that is, let me just make sure one thing. Yeah.
Well,
very well.
You said as I approached, but I didn't actually approach. I was just there.
Yes. As it sees you there, and it burp.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's a 29 to hit you.
Yeah, I think that's gonna hit.
23 points of cold damage, and you lose 10 points of speed.
Okay.
And that was its legendary action. And Lord see you as. Sorry?
23, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And Lord see you as his legendary action. He forces everybody in the
How
room.
many legendary actions these guys get?
Well, as many as you guys get. But they are villains, so they get a little bit more. They have 3 per round, each, usually, depending on the villain. But yeah, as a legendary action, the most common value is 3. As a legendary action, he is going to force a DC 24 Wisdom saving throw. When you mark an XC heal, you have disadvantage. That's to avoid 62 points of psychic damage. And here's the kicker. You fail this and you are dazed for 1 minute. And you're asking,
The divine negation.
dazed? What is dazed? Dazed is dazed is one of them MCDM's conditions, and means a creature can only do one of the following things on their turn: move, use an action, or use a bonus action. If a creature becomes dazed during their turn ends. There are few spells that can cure this. When a dazed creature is affected by a spell or a spell that gives them an extra action, like haste, they can still take that extra action. and well, it's like having the old paralyzed, the old stun condition, yes, or a slow. So it's a DC 24 wisdom save for everybody. You're divinely
Just a divine
negating.
negation. Yeah.
Very well, Arleth. Mark that off. And
Wouldn't that affect it for everybody?
no, just for you. Yeah. You're not divinely negating the psionic ability. You divinely negate the effect on you at this point. Correct?
I thought it was divinely negating just the
Mm,
effect being cast.
okay.
Wouldn't it
Yeah,
be?
it does.
Counter
Well,
spell?
if it's just the effect on me, I'll just make the save because I can make that save. I just...
Wait, let me double check something.
It says it's a spell, a magical.
Yeah, when it's a
It's very
spell, you're
liberal,
negating
its
this.
description.
Yes, I know. It is a. You are negating a psionic effect. So yeah, very well. I'll negate the entire effect. No one needs to do save. Very well,
Yeah,
My
Warlith.
double
I just
31s aren't
rolled
worth
it
it.
at 20.
Oh. You still want to do the save? You can pass it. You had disadvantage though, so he probably saved your butt.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I'll take the divine negation.
Very well, the
That
divine
sounds like a
negation.
good deal.
This sounds like a good deal, yeah. So very well. You negate the divine negation, Arlie. I'm just gonna treat it as a spell, and you negate the entire thing. Very well. And with that, it's now a turn, a moment in the round order, in the turn order that everybody loves, including the audience, as they love when we have layer action time, and it's layer action time. But never a layer action had so much meaning when it's the actual layer taking the action, not the creature that is in the layer controlling the layer. But this is a smart layer. Yes, this Lord Siu is so avant-garde, and with his layer that can think, and all right, and there are the walls in this layer. They're made of flesh. They all release. What is this? They all excrete a gas all throughout this chamber, and the walls start to stretch, almost as if they are advancing within as they are releasing all this gas. Everybody in the room takes 20 points of damage. What is this damage? It's poison damage, but bypasses resistance. Unless you're immune to poison. Are you guys, any of you, immune to poison damage?
We're all immune to poison damage.
Immune to... No, you're immune to the
Immune to
poisoned...
Oh, no, we're
condition.
immune to the poison status. Never mind.
You're immune to being poisoned. You're not immune to poison damage.
I've got resistance, but it's
Yeah,
not really
it bypasses resistance. So everybody takes 20 points of damage. And I don't know how you guys are going to survive this. 20 points of damage as a demigod. Oh my god, you're probably all bloodied.
it's like a good 10%.
And Gasha is poisoned. And also takes the 20 points of damage. And there is no save for this. Very well. And Ixtihil, you are in bad shape. You only have 45 hit points left. And
45? I by my count it was 37, but I'll take 45. Yeah.
very well.
That sounds
Then
good to me.
the-
Let's go with 45.
45, it's fine. And with that, Arleth, what would you like to do?
Oh, before Arlith goes, Ixtihil would like to use a legendary action to swing his glaive and change his form.
Okay,
by
you-
way
you-
of
you can't use it. You can't use a legendary action at the end of your own turn. The lair doesn't count as a creature.
Oh, I thought. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the lair is just the terrain. It doesn't count as a creature. Although it has its own initiative and it has hit points. But it's like any objects.
It may be,
I'll do that after
it may
Arliss
be
then.
alive, but it is.
It is alive. Yeah, that's a very fine line I'm walking here.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
aren't living objects a thing in D&D though?
Yes, but then they are actually called living objects. This is a laboratory that is alive, but at the same time, it is an object. But anyway. I'm dancing in that gray line there. Right, Arlith, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna sling another spell. Nothing so fancy as a prismatic wall this time. It's a little expensive to just worry about negation.
Okay,
But I will sling a disintegrate right into his face.
Very.
Lord Seal, that is.
very well. Excellent. And let's see. It's a DC 27 dex save,
Mm-hmm.
and he passes.
Does
Damn.
he? I can silvery. I'll silvery barbs.
You can't
If he-
silver barb legendary resistance.
Well, you can, but it's not really worth it. But
You
yeah,
ca- there's no roll for legendary resistance, so there's nothing for him to reroll.
Interestingly, silvery barb still works because it's triggered off of a success on a save. So I could still give somebody else advantage. I'm not going to. It's not really worth it. But
So silver barbs, you magically
would know.
distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertain into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. So it's like giving disadvantage to someone. So when you
no, I agree that it would still succeed. Like I agree, I couldn't make it fail. But because it succeeds on the roll, that is a valid trigger for casting the spell.
Oh, yes, it's a valid trigger to cast a spell. I'm just giving you a freebie and saying don't waste your silver barbs because
I'm
it's.
taking it. I'm taking it. I just wanted to be analytical about it.
I'm giving you an out.
I'll take it.
Save your spell slot. You
This
can
is
still
the
use it
lower
if you want.
version.
I mean, you don't even need a trigger if you want to.
MTG days. You gotta gather every trigger you can find. You understand?
Very well. Very well.
But no, I'm good. That'll be me for the turn.
Very well.
so it takes-
Oh no, that was your action. You still have a bonus action in movement.
You're right. It's not a legendary. Oh, I'm not gonna move anywhere. I can't fly right now. But I will bonus action and just toss an inspiration on Gasha because Lord knows he's gonna need it.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah. It's not gonna last long. It's not a demigod. It's really punching above its weight right now. Your inspiration's a D12, right?
Yes.
Very well.
And let
Done.
me is real quick.
Excellent.
I mean, I can't fly, so I'm not gonna move because I don't want to get tangled. I can't move very quick anyway, even if I did. Let me check. I don't think disintegrate does anything on a success, does it?
No.
Right.
Yep,
that sucks. Oh well.
That's the it gives a lot of damage. But it's a 50-50 spell. So
Yeah. I should. Yeah. That's all good. I will pass turn.
very well. And with that, as a legendary action, both Lord Seal and the form fetus god, because we don't have a name for him, so let's just keep calling him that.
Is also making a legendary action.
Very well. Go ahead,
I called it
Ixio.
before the
Yes,
our
by all
legend
means.
went. So yeah, and he's going to use his glaive to cast shape change on himself.
Very well.
And he is going to take on the form of an adult time dragon.
An adult time dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given his size, I think he's now on the ground.
Very well. Give me 1 second. Isn't that an adult time dragon CR? Is it 20 or less?
It is 20. It is 18. Yeah, it is 18.
Oh, they did that, huh?
Yeah.
Very well. I guess get ready for time shenanigans, guys. As it's to
Chrono Man
you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. You are still in the air, right? As you become.
Not anymore. It's a huge creature. I think he has to be on the ground.
Oh yes, that
Otherwise
is true. 15 feet. Yeah. Is going to be
Yeah, he's
yeah.
probably like what? 14 and a half.
It is a huge creature. An adult. Yes, it is. Very well. Yeah, you need to be on the ground. Let me give you access to the token. Oh, you already had. Oh, how fun! Have you turned? Have you turned? Has you
Yeah.
turned into a time dragon before? You have.
Yeah, I think that was in like the very first session.
Ah, all right. Okay, fun
Yeah,
times.
you fought the Hydra as it, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Now I remember. Thanks, guys. Thanks for refreshing my memory. Yeah. All right. So you've been an adult time dragon before. Very nice. Very nice shape change. All right. Oh, and your token doesn't have a vision. Let me give it to him. Done. Very well. You turn into an adult time dragon, and as you cast shape change. Oh, and that requires concentration, right? So let me put your concentration there. Very well. And it's now the legendary action of Lord CU and the Form Fetus. So let's see the Form Fetus God, because that's what we're going to be calling him. So for Lord CU, yeah, he goes back to his first attack and oh no, never mind. He doesn't have a legendary actions anymore. It's just the deformed fetus that has, because he didn't do in the first round. All right. So the deformed fetus god is going to. He extend his tiny little arm, deformed arm, and he makes a touch attack against the time dragon. And with his tiny little arms, and there's a 26 to hit you. The time dragon has an AC of 19.
19, yeah.
Very well. So that hits. And let me. Why is your token? Your token seems to be here. Let me. Very well. And that will hit. And the time dragon, and this bypass resistance, is going to take 68 points of necrotic damage for 27. It's a legendary action.
Do I get to make a save against that?
No, that's the attack. That bypasses resistance. So it was a 26 versus your 19.
No, I don't mean the resistance. I mean, is there any kind of saving throw?
There's no saving throw on this. It's just an attack.
Okay.
It's just giving you necrotic damage with that little
Gotcha,
tap.
Gotcha, right.
It gave you a little tap for it was a 26 to hit. It hits 27 points of necrotic damage that bypasses resistance. That's it. And you gotta roll a concentration check, DC 14.
And I can never keep track of this. For shape change, for concentration, is that from my stat block or the time dragon stat block?
If I'm not mistaken, should be the same thing.
I think the mental things are from my original stat block, right?
You gain a number of hit points equal the hit points of the form. The form ends early if there is no temporary hit points. Your game statistics are replaced by the stat block of the chosen forms, but you retain your type, alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. So it's your own. Hit points, hit dice, proficiencies, and ability to communicate. All of this you retain. So go ahead and roll from your character sheet. From your character sheet. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. This is a con save. Never mind. It's from the dragons. From the dragons.
But it's to maintain concentration.
Yes, but it's a Constitution save, so it's the dragon's Constitution.
Okay. Alrighty.
Is not the mental abilities. Very well. So you maintain concentration, and it's now the turn of Lord CU, who is both of them are the last two to act.
Would you mind doing the thing on that, taking off the... Oh, you already did. Never mind. Okay.
All right.
Just
So...
applying the damage to the token, yeah.
Very well. All right. So, Lord CU. Who is the most annoying here among all of you? I guess Lord CU is going to focus on the Time Dragon first, because he definitely doesn't... That seems threatening. Time Dragon. Lord CU creates this surge of energy. And it's focusing on your mind. You gotta do a DC 24 Constitution saving throw. Oh boy. And this one you want to pass. To avoid...
Can I divine negate that?
To avoid... This is... Divinely negate what? The attack?
Well, hold up. You said it's a DC... What was the DC on that?
It's 20 DC 24, yes.
Okay, well, I passed, so...
Oh,
no worries.
okay.
Very well. So you really want to pass that. If you are reduced, it's 92 points of psychic damage. And if you are reduced to 0 hit points, it's just like a disintegrate, but instead of turning into dust, your brain explodes. And then there's no saving throw for that. All right, so you have resistance to psychic. So 92, you've passed, you take half of that, so that's 46, plus your resistance, you take 23 points of psychic damage. And you gotta do that con saving throw again.
Oof, okay. Was that still against that 24 DC?
No, it's against 12 now, so you passed.
Okay.
Very well. It's against that the instance of the damage. All right, and with that, he now releases in the entire area a psionic blast, and plundering in the mind of each one of you guys. You all must do a DC 24 intelligence saving throw to avoid psychic damage and being mentally grappled. Yes, psychically grappled. So that's 54 points of psychic damage. Arleth, you're not going to pass.
I will legendary resistance, please.
Very well.
Okay. I have to roll twice anyway, so they still have friggin'...
And yes, you still have disadvantage by remarkable, but you pass nonetheless for the 24. The dragon passes. Minimarco passes. Lumpa passes. Everybody passed. Everybody takes 27 points. Dragon, you have disadvantage. Yeah. So everybody takes 27. Dragon and Arlet takes 14.
What kind of damage is it?
Psychic. No, not Arlet doesn't have resistance. I misspoke. Ixtihul, the dragon, and Lumpa take 14. Arlet and Manny Marco take 27.
Okay.
Very well. And that is the second of 3 attacks. Oh, isn't this guy fun? The next attack, he's going to release a tentacle all the way from him, and he has reach of, with that tentacle, he has a reach of 15 foot. So he's going to hit Manny Marco with it. So Manny Marco, here comes a tentacle attack. As if you didn't have enough tentacles in your life right now. That's a 23 to hit you.
That'll do it.
Very well. 34 points of psychic damage, and he leaves you mentally grappled. That means there is no physical barrier. It's just your belief, Manny Marco. You believe that you're grappled, so you are grappled. He just put that in your brain, and you believe that you're grappled. It's the same type of check to get rid of it, but it's in your mind. You have to control yourself, Manny Marco. And that's the end of Lord Siu's turn. And as anyone wants to declare legendary action? No? All right.
I don't think I can.
Can I use a legendary action while I'm transformed like this?
Well, does the form you have legendary actions?
No, only legendary resistance.
You can still use your legendary action, but you used to turn into this form this round, so only in the next round you get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Still in the same round. Never mind.
Try a legendary action to attempt to break grapple.
Yeah, absolutely you can. In fact, you guys also have something called legendary reaction, which has its own trigger. But you can also do that.
Huh. You know what? I just did think that would work, so I had never tried that before. I'm like, there's no way you could just instantly attempt to break it as soon as they have their turn. Yeah, so I guess you can.
Very well.
And actually, I could do it. That means I can technically make 2 attempts, right? Once is a reaction and once is a legendary action.
So as a legendary action, you can try to release, but the reaction needs a trigger, and it's written in the legendary action what the trigger is.
Okay. 28.
28. What is that? You did a wisdom save. Why are you doing a wisdom save?
Oh.
It's a grapple. You are doing a strength save, or an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Oh, I thought because it was like a mental grapple.
Oh no, you're so convinced that it's real, that to you it's real, so you gotta do an athletics or acrobatics. You gotta convince your mind you've released yourself from the grapple.
Ooh.
You couldn't do that? You tried, Manny Marco, but that's still there.
I'll take a legendary action.
Very well.
I'm just gonna launch a lightning bolt this time. I'll say 4th level.
Very well. On whom?
Please do damage of Lord Seal.
Very well. And you've released.
Oh well, it's 100 foot long, so I guess I could hit the bow. Maybe not. Hold on, let me do my. I could hit them both. Yeah.
Very well. And both of them. Oh, you're gonna aim on them both? Very well. The form god, fetus god's gonna divinely negate. Again.
All right. Well, I'll take more of those gladly for a 4th level slot. Heck yeah.
You could. Yeah, exactly. You gotta expend them if you want to win this battle. You're gonna have to expend them.
Aren't those expensive? Like, isn't that burning like divine essence to use?
Yeah, they are.
He's brand new. He doesn't know yet. He doesn't know the intricacies.
Yeah, he's still attached to that machine. You have no idea how much divine essence this creature has. I mean, clearly it doesn't work like you guys do.
All that stolen essence.
Yeah, and it can only do 5 times a day if it's a demigod. Now, if it's a lesser deity, it can do a little bit more.
So, can I use a divine reaction or a legendary reaction to just like make any of my normal reactions just sort of out of turn?
So, legendary reaction. Let me tell you. I'll tell you the text exactly because I don't want to give you a broad answer and then there is a loophole somewhere in the rules. So, the legendary creature can take one legendary reaction that can be used once per round outside of and not in conjunction with its regular reaction. So, the answer to your question is no. Only one of the legendary reactions options listed below can be used at a time and only upon taking damage. The legendary creature regains spent legendary reactions at the start of its turn. It can forego using them and it can't use them while incapacitated or otherwise unable to take reactions. If caught by surprise, it can't use them until after its first turn in combat. So it can be used to disengage, hide or help, move up to your speed, attack with the extra attacks if available, but without action surge or similar multiplying effects, cast a spell with a casting time of a bonus action or a reaction, or use a bonus action that doesn't rely on spell casting. Those are the options for legendary reaction.
Okay.
So because you can't use in conjunction with your own reaction, so no, you can't use your own reaction as a legendary reaction.
Right.
And you can only use legendary reaction when you take damage.
But I have taken damage.
You have. So what do you want to do as a legendary?
Would I have needed to have announced it at the time?
Yes.
Or can I do it now?
It's upon taking damage. So when was?
Okay, so it's
yeah.
I mean, it was in response. I'm thinking in response to that to the baby god touching me and dealing necrotic damage, which was as a legendary action that was after I showed up in its face.
Yes, you could have used then. Not now. No Baxis, but then
okay.
then you could have used, yes. All right. So it's now the turn of the deformed fetus god, and the deformed fetus god is going to use a powerful life drain attack that will hit everybody in the room. All of you get to pass a DC 24 Constitution saving throw to avoid 16d8 points of necrotic damage, or half as much on a success. And here's the kicker: if you fail, that amount is not just reduced from your current hit points, but from the maximum as well. So that's 16d8. Let me roll here. This.
On what? Sorry.
Con 24 to avoid 16d8 points of necrotic damage.
Aura still?
Any what? Aura? Yes, there are. Everybody except... so Arlet and Manimarco are getting +4. Lumpa and Ixtihu are getting +6. From the auras. Yes. So that's 68 points of necrotic damage you guys are trying to avoid. Anyone failed? Arlet?
Yeah, I'm gonna fail. I'm going to. I have to scroll so far to get to these feats. I will divine resistance that one.
Very well. Very well. And that's 2 essences you use this battle, Arlet. You're holding nothing back. Very well.
Well, I mean, I was gone the one session that we ended the last one, so I don't actually know how that resolved. But hopefully, I've got a few more.
Very well. And the balance is in the Discord. I believe I put it there. The balance of your divine essences. All right. And with that, that's one of its 3 attacks that the creature made. So everybody pass. Everybody takes 34 points of necrotic damage. Unless you have resistance. I think Necrolumpa, you have resistance. Anyone else has resistance?
I do.
You do? Very well. Your resistance to necrotic is going to pay off now. So you take 17, and XTQ, you take 34. All right. So, very well. Excellent. The creature wails, and as it's wailing, you've noticed that out of the floor of this room, almost as if being expelled by the floor of this room, suddenly you see some ghost-like creatures appearing. And let me bring them into the room. And it seems that they are being summoned by this godlike creature. And there are 5 of them. And they look like this. Look how fun. There are 5 of them. They appear all over the room. And they will join the initiative for the next round. And very well. And that was the third thing, the second thing that he did. And the third thing is going to aim at the dragon, and it's going to release that that little barf of which is a ray of cold, and the dragon, that is going to be 28 to hit you. I assume that hits. And the dragon takes 22 points. That doesn't hit?
Oh, no, I said it does indeed.
It does. And
It does hit,
22 points of cold damage. And you're going to do a concentration saving throw.
Alrighty. 24 pass?
Yes, it does. With 22 points of cold damage, and the speed of the dragon is reduced by 10. So it was a ridiculous speed before, like 80 feet. Well, it's a walking speed, so it's 40, so it's now 30. Very well. And with that, that's the end of the Form Fetus God turn. And we get back at the top of the initiative, which we will continue in the next session. Thank you all that have been watching us throughout this live stream. If you were watching and you like what you're seeing, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. If you are one of the people that have recently subscribed to the channel, thank you very much for being here. We have a giveaway that is posted in the board post section of our channel. You can go there and participate. It's open to everybody. And it's a pleasure having you here. Thank you all very much. And we will continue this in the next week, next Saturday. See you guys then.
Bye.
Goodbye, people.